Hey there, I'm Layne Johnson. Welcome to my studio. I'm excited today to try out another of the Aspen Short Brushes made by Princeton. Today's brush will be the Short Fan. Let's see what this brush can do. I'll be using Maimeri Classico Oil Paints for this demonstration. I bet this brush can do some really good wispy clouds. This is a number 2 short fan that I'm using. And I want to slowly build this up. Oh wow, this is fun. If you watched me before on my social media, when I use fan brushes, they're typically old beat up ones. But this time I'm using this brand new brush and it does these wispy effects really good. I know if I were painting flowers, I'd definitely be using a fan brush. They're also good for glazing, I think. It looks like this brush is just made for this kind of paint. This kind of cloud, I should say. It's amazing. You just can twist it and curl with it and then blend with it. There you go. Just build these textures up slowly. Now you could have done this while this blue was wet. I'd tend to wait because that way I'm not committing to something. I may have a very beautiful blend. I may kind of mess it up by trying this. You certainly could though, painting wet into wet. But the blue's dry. And now I'm just giving these accent clouds to go over with this brush. Adds a little bit more texture to the sky. Subtle texture. But what else can this brush do? It can do flora. This is kind of an early summer painting. So there's lots of grasses, there's lots of weeds and those cool things that have textures. And you might even start seeing sunchotes that are basically like sunflowers. This is in Texas Hill Country. And this edge is just great for this. You know, I've used fan brushes for a long, long time. It's one of those brushes that you look at and you just want to paint with it. It's a fun brush. So as you can see, I've kind of moved further into this painting and getting it more towards the end where you start adding some detail. And this is just preliminary detail. Some of these things will be stems for flora. In other words, there will be flowers in place or maybe other types of leaves. Here in Texas, we have so much wild flora, wildflowers. Earlier in this scene, you might have seen bluebonnets. Yeah. I'm using my maul stick, that's the metal bar you see that I put my hand on, to help steady my hand. That way I'll get the brush strokes exactly where I want them. Now you can paint with shadow colors in the same manner, going back and forth to create textures. The goal being, you want to create an authentic looking foreground that you feel like you could just walk into. This brush is just perfect for using that texture to create that effect. Awesome. Hey, that was a lot of fun painting with this short fan brush. Join me for another video where I'll be demonstrating another Aspen short brush made by Princeton.